to conduct a document review utilizing the Verification Activities program under the SQF Module 2.5.2. First, check if the document title matches the uploaded file name on the dashboard. In this instance, we do have the same title as Verification Activities Program. Next, both must have the same document code. For this example, we do have 2.5.2. Since this is a template, we indicate the PCQI as the account initials. However, we can customize the code based on the company's initials. For the page number, we use the page X of Y format, ensure that it reflects the current page position and the total page number of the document. Then insert the company logo here, together with the company name and company address, and the designated department. For the originated by section, it can be the food safety, quality assurance, or the quality control personnel of the company. And the originator ensured the implementation of this quality management and document control system. And here you may enter the name of the originator, affix the signature, position title, and the date originated. For the reviewed by section, it can be the personnel assigned in the quality management department who reviews the drafted document or its revision for accuracy and implementation. You may enter the name of the reviewer here, affix the signature, position title, and the date reviewed. For the approved by section, it must be the person in C-level management who has the approval authority. Enter the name of the approver here, affix the signature, position title, and the date approved. For the revision date, is the same date as originated or drafted by the author. Effective date is the date the document was signed and approved. Publication date is when the document is published for distribution and initiated personnel training. Implementation date is when the document is distributed and personnel training is completed. For the supersedes, put original for initial issuance of the document, and for any revision, reflect the initial revision date before the current revision. Also, please be reminded that this section must be properly filled out to be compliant. Now we will focus on the components of the program. First we have is the purpose. The purpose is the implementation of any certification standard or compliance with a regulatory requirement. For this program, it is for the implementation with SQF Module 2, Edition 9 for food manufacturing under Clause 2.5.2. And for the purpose, we have to implement SQF 2.5.2.1. The methods, responsibility, and criteria for verifying monitoring of good manufacturing practices, critical control points, and other food safety controls, and the legality of certified products shall be documented and implemented. The methods and applied shall ensure that personnel with responsibility for verifying monitoring activities authorize each verified record. Next, to implement SQF 2.5.2.2, a verification schedule outlining the verification activities, their frequency of completion, and the person responsible for each activity shall be prepared and implemented. Records of verification of activity shall be maintained. Next, to adhere with 21 CFR 120.11, A. Verification. Each processor shall verify that the hazard analysis and critical control point, or HACCP, system is being implemented according to design. Second, we have the scope. The scope of the program is based on the purpose and serve as a guide in defining and describing the layout of the procedure. First one we have is methods. Next, good manufacturing practices verification, critical control points and food safety control verification, the legality and of certified products verification, and frequency. Third one, we have the policy. The policies are the rules set by the company as their implementation guide. And this is to ensure all required verification activities are conducted according to the set schedule and frequency. Resources are available and suitable competent to conduct these activities. Fourth, we have the procedure. The procedure is a step-by-step process and the actual implementation of the policy. First, we have the methods, and under methods is verification is the activities conducted to ensure that the implemented processes are effectively and consistently carried out. It is the confirmation that you are doing what you intended or plan to do and effective. Verification activities can include food safety plan review, walkthrough, document review, testing, internal auditing, confirmation that the CCPs has a plan and other preventive controls are effective. Next, we have to determine all the processes and parameters that need to be verified and identify qualified expert who can perform this task. Next, SQF practitioner or quality assurance team or third-party auditors perform this task to ensure that the methods or process flows, the specification and complies with the current food safety standards. Verification activities include documented evidence to confirm the efficacy of all elements of the food safety system. Next, the verification activity confirms the overall performance of the food safety program, identifies the need of the updating or improving the food safety control measures, provides evidence that the corrective actions are effective, and verify that finished product comply with current standards. And you may refer to corrective and preventive action report. Next, we have good manufacturing practices verification. And under this, you may refer to the validation GMP and also to verification, validation, and effectiveness of schedule. Next, critical control points and food safety controls verification. You may refer to validation food safety plan and verification, validation, and effective schedule. Next, the legality of certified products verification. Product certification is the process of certifying that a specific product has passed quality assurance tests and meets food safety qualification criteria stipulated in contacts, regulations, and specifications. Last, we have the frequency or the annual and scheduled. Fifth, we have the responsibility. The responsibility of the person is indicated. It covers what to perform to comply with the procedure policy. First one, we have the SQF practitioner. The responsibility of the SQF practitioner is for all verification activities. Set a verification schedule to ensure all required verification activities are conducted and the frequency of the activities. Next, to ensure that resources are available and suitably competent to conduct these activities. And you may refer to the verification activities qualified personnel roster. Next, the QC personnel and the assigned personnel. They are the one who conducts verification activities according to the schedule. 6, we have the corrective action. The corrective action is the process of taking appropriate steps to eliminate causes of nonconformities or other undesirable situations. Under this is train all personnel on this policy and references SSOPs. Noncompliance requires retraining and evaluation. Seventh, we have the review quality. The review section serves as guidelines for conducting the annual or periodic review. And here we have to review of the verification schedule, including identification of those responsible for verification activities, interview with those designated as responsible for verification activities. Designated personnel are trained and competent to conduct verification activities. Verification activities conducted as per schedule. 8, we have the reference documents. The reference documents are the set of documents used to implement and monitor a program, policy, and procedure. We have here the validation and effectiveness program, validation GMP, validation food safety plan, management review, SQF system review, monthly management review or the SQF system review, corrective and preventive action report, internal audit program, verification, validation, and effectiveness schedule. Lastly, we have the verification activities for qualified personal user. Ninth is the references. The reference section is composed of guides utilized to implement the program. Examples are the certification guide, regulations, and other widely accepted scientific journals, research, and the like. It is also must comply with the standard format citation, which can be based on either MLA, APA, or Chicago styles, and update the access dates. Here we have the SQF, or the ninth edition Food Manufacturing 2.5.2 Verification Activities. Next, validation and verification of food safety control measures. You may enter the date access here. Next, we have the 21 CFR 120.11 verification and validation. And you may click your or you may enter the date access. Lastly, we have the history. The history section is where we can update the program if there are any changes or revision made in the program. And if there is a revision, enter the revision number here, revision date, the description of change, the originator or the author name, and the title, department of the author or the originator. Thank you for participating in this document review. Content presented are for training purposes only and are based on interpretations of standards and best practices, and must be customized for your intended use. To fully customize your programs, policies, procedures, forms for records, and lessons for training, you may contact Interlink IQ or Consultor Inc. at services@interlinkiq.com or simply call 202-982-3002. For free access, visit interlinkiq.com.